everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing really well. मेरा नाम आन्या है और आज मैं ज़रा आपको ये बता दूं कि आपको मेरी आँख थोड़ी सी अजीब लग रही होगी। वो इसलिए क्योंकि ये वाली आईज़ मेरी बहुत ज़्यादा इच कर रही हैं and I really did not wanted to delay filming this video any longer. I just hope that this does not affect your and my interaction. जैसे आप टाइटल ऑलरेडी पढ़ चुके हैं, ये वीडियो होने वाला है उन बुक्स के बारे में जो है अंडर 100 पेजेस। एंड एक चीज़ मैं आपको पहले बता दूँ, सिंस ये मेरे रिकमेंडेशंस की बात हो गई है, मैं कभी भी बुक विद इट्स लेंथ, विद इट्स थिकनेस जज नहीं करती। अगर वो पतली बुक है इसका मतलब ये बिल्कुल नहीं है कि वो इजी रीड होगी या वो क्विक रीड होगी। इट्स जस्ट दैट वो 100 पेजेस के अंडर होती है, सो यू साइकोलॉजिकली थिंक दैट इट विल बी अ क्विक रीड। मुझे थोड़ा टाइम लग जाता है इन ऑर्डर टू अंडरस्टैंड माई बुक्स। नाउ व्हाट हैपेंस इज आई लाइक टू इमेजिन माई बुक्स। सो अगर मुझे बुक समझ में नहीं आ रही है तो मेक्स नो सेंस टू मी इफ आई एम नॉट इमेजिनिंग द कैरेक्टर्स, इफ आई एम नॉट इमेजिनिंग द एटमोसफेयर। सो आई नेवर जज अ बुक बाय द नंबर ऑफ पेजेस इट हैज़। मैं आपको बता दूंगी कि जिस हिसाब से जैसे जैसे बुक्स आएंगी और वैसे वैसे मैं आपको बता दूंगी कि क्या वो ईजी बुक है कि नहीं है। सो विदाउट ब्लैबरिंग मच, let's just start with this video. As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. Now this is one of the book जो मैंने जज की थी, नहीं आई डोंट नो, बट मैंने किसी वीडियो में देखा था और यही वीडियो था अबाउट बुक्स अंडर 100 पेजेस दैट वन मस्ट रीड, एंड दैट फ्रॉम दैट वीडियो आई गॉट टू नो अबाउट दिस बुक एंड आई ऑर्डर्ड इट. It's also a book under ₹100 if I'm not wrong. I don't think so. I bought it more than ₹100 and it's a 96 page book. As you can see, the font size of this book is pretty large. It is like one of those rare non-fictions जो मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा पसंद आई. जो एक core चीज़ ये book आपको बताएगी and would like to inspire or provoke you is to think that your थॉट इज सच अ पावरफुल वेपन. आप जो सोचते हो वो होके रहेगा या वो होगा, वैसा ही होगा. इफ यू आर पॉजिटिव यू विल सीक पॉजिटिव रिजल्ट. इवन इफ यू आर डूइंग सर्टन वर्क विद ऑल योर zeal and zenith, you will not be able to complete it because you're negative in your thoughts and you're like, I won't be able to do it, I won't be able to do it, and eventually you won't be able to do it despite the fact that you've put into your 100%, but your 100% thought was not into it. So वो हो जाता है, वो मेरे साथ बहुत होता है, तो इसलिए that is something that is relatable. अगर साफ और कम शब्दों में बात करी जाए तो ये बुक आपको बताती है, इन अ वे इन्फ्लुएंस करती है या इन अ वे ऐसे इन्फ्लुएंस करती है कि मैन इज मेड ऑफ हिज थॉट्स. मतलब जैसा आप सोच रहे हो, अगर आप पॉजिटिव सोच रहे हो तो आपके साथ पॉजिटिव होगा. अगर आप कुछ अचीव करने का सोच रहे हो तो वो आप अचीव करके रहोगे. सोचना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है and the thought is very important. And the reason I liked certain portion of the book was that it did mention about the exceptions. It did mention about, this is not just solely dependent on your thoughts. It also has a lot of other things to do. But yeah, not everything depends on your thought process. You know what I mean? And when you read this book, you will of course have thoughts both for and against the theories that have been explained in this book. There are certain still points that जो debatable हैं, that I can put forth my views on it. अगर आपको नॉन फिक्शन पढ़ना बहुत पसंद है and you want to read a very classic non-fiction, this is the one. So it's a debatable book and I really liked reading it. So this is yet another book under 100 pages. You must read. This book, Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka, was yet another gem that I found via these videos of quick reads and everything. And this is a classic. And when I say classic, it is one of the most fine works that I have read. And it's a 99-pager book. Wow, that's like cut to cut. So the font size of the book is quite normal, it's decent, and it's actually a little larger than the usual book font size. Plus there are no images in between, so yeah, that's that. But as I said, this is yet another one example कि हर पतली book easy नहीं होती. So this is a book that you will take time, you will have to give time if you want to understand the complexity of Franz Kafka's writing, because Franz Kafka की writing easy नहीं है. This is my first Franz Kafka read, by the way. While I was reading the preface of the book, that he was known for his complexity in his writing and how senseless he used to write, and his writing style is known as Kafkaesque. Yeah, so this is a story about a man who all of a sudden the other day turns into an insect. Yes, he get metamorphosed as an insect, and how things changes around him. Like, of course, his sister, his parents, how they have started treating him. Like, they know that he has turned into an insect, and how they are cleaning his room. Nobody enters the room like they usually used to do, and how his sister used to clean his room and all of that stuff. Plus it has a very unique vision towards life, where the ending, like, literally it intrigued me so much. Like, पूरा तो स्टोरी ऐसा है ना कि सब परेशान है कि now he is the bread soul earner of the house, how he has now turned into an insect. So who will earn the bread and butter of the house on a daily basis? So फिर पता चलता है कि धीरे धीरे that his father had certain savings, and then like things come out, and then it comes out that they are like kind of living a hard life. Plus then they start to rent out their rooms to people in order to get money on a daily basis, all of that. And then end में, when certain things happen, I'll not reveal what, when certain things happen, how happy that family is. They change themselves into their best clothes that they have. They go on a bus ride and they see life in a different way, as if they have got a freedom, which was like very unusual sense of freedom. That is something that you will get from this book, and it's a very lovely read. Time लगेगा थोड़ा सा पढ़ने में. It's not that easy read, but it's under 100 pages and you must read this book. The storytelling is brilliant. Chef kiss. Blue Umbrella by Ruskin Bond. ये बुक जो है ना, ये है 83 पेजेस की बुक, एंड विद दिस 83 पेजेस आई मस्ट टेल यू द फॉन्ट साइज जैसे आप देख रहे हो वो नॉर्मली बुक्स से बड़ा है. ऑल्सो द बुक इज नॉट जस्ट स्मॉल, it's actually short and small. This is one of the easy and one of the quickest book you will read, because English बहुत ही ज़्यादा simple and easy to understand है. Plus उसकी स्टोरी इतनी अच्छी है ना कि आपको एज अ मॉरल स्टोरी, आपको हैप्पी स्टोरी आपको ये लगेगी. तो इसलिए ये बुक इतनी क्विक एंड इतनी इजी है. प्लस इट्स अ वेरी ब्यूटीफुल स्टोरी. इस बुक की कहानी ऐसी है, हाउ शी फाइंड्स आउट अबाउट this umbrella, what barter she does in order to get that umbrella, and then how people were jealous of her having that umbrella, and a lot of other things that the story rolls in. It's actually around that one blue umbrella. Will the blue umbrella prove a lucky charm for Binya, or is it just like or is it the other way around, or the thing that she bartered played the lucky charm, all of that around. So ये बड़ी cute सी ऐसी प्यारी सी story है, and you will love reading this book. This is one of the quickest book that I've read, and it's a beautiful book. You must read it. Now, if the category of the book recommendations that I'm going to do has a slightest chance to recommend Ruskin Bond books, I will surely do that. This is yet another book that I would like to recommend from Ruskin Bond, and it is All Roads Lead to Ganga, which is under 100 pages. Okay, it is 120 pages, 119, 120, 21. So this book is a slightly on the higher level, that is 121 pages की book है ये. And if you see the font size is quite good, quite decent, I must say. And you have these pictures, like ये तो शायद बद्रीनाथ टेम्पल की फोटोग्राफ है, और बीच में like this is the Kedarnath temple photograph. So these small little photographs that you have, illustrations that you have, this book has everything that you might like reading if you want to travel. I have been intrigued and I really want to go to Tungnath, just because after reading this book especially, like obviously it would have been on my bucket list someday, but after reading this book. Now there's this one place, नाथ से पहले अगर आप जाओगे तो वहाँ एक टेम्पल है जहाँ पे बहुत सारे शिवलिंग्स हैं एंड वो पूरा टेम्पल ना धूल सूखी पत्तियों से भरा हुआ है. Nobody stops there, but Ruskin Bond did stop there and he asked a couple of people there. So I think there was this one child whom he found and he asked him that question, that why does nobody come and visit this place. So what response he got and what actually conclusion he took out was that since the pilgrims they visit the place via bus, so अगर buses नहीं यहाँ पे रुक रही तो कोई pilgrim यहाँ पर उतरेगा ही नहीं to visit this place. So this place remains ignored. So there's this deep connection, deep thought that you go through, that how things remains ignored and you don't even come to know about it. Like आप उस पे attention ही नहीं डालते हो. But it is, and it just becomes the part and parcel of life. So yeah, that's what it is, and it's a really nice and easy read. Of course, it's based in India, so you'll all the more relate to it. And I feel that yeah, this is one quick read that you will love reading. So एक चीज़ मैंने अपनी Kindle के आने के बाद से ये देखी है. It's like I have that urge to surf my phone, but then मैंने देखा है कि अगर मेरे हाथ में Kindle हो, कोई डिजिटल डिवाइस होना ज़रूरी है. मैं जस्टिफाई नहीं कर रही हूँ किसी चीज़ को, बट आप सुनो, वो ये चीज़ है. मेरे पास ऐसा होता है ना कि मेरे पास दुनिया जहान का टाइम है, मेरे पास बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम है और ना मुझे बुक नहीं पढ़नी है. तो आई डोंट फोर्स माई सेल्फ टू रीड राइट एनीथिंग. आई डोंट फोर्स माई सेल्फ. सो मैं क्या बोल रही थी? Okay, whatever, cut it. So yeah, let's just now talk about books that you can read on your Kindle and are under 100 pages. So I started reading certain Kindle books which were like really short books, and when I say really short, I mean it, really short books and a very cool book. So there is an Amazon original series by Mindy Kaling. She writes really funny books. She has actually narrated a certain experience explaining certain themes and topics of her life, and one of them is Please Like Me But Keep Away. Now this is a very interesting title. In this particular book she explains that she's an introvert and how making friends and talking to people is literally hard for introverts, and like it's not that they don't have friends, they do have friends and they have really close friends. Like she has really close friends, but it's just that it is very hard for her to express herself. She's someone who would like to have her own opinions on certain things, and she does not like to talk about certain topics, so she cannot fake herself or be like ordering only green veggies because oh my god, she might gain weight and how can she be so unhealthy because this girl loves her burger so much. So yeah, one of the book was this, and it is a 23-pager book. Yes, 23. The shortest book I believe that I've reviewed on Goodreads is by Mindy Kaling, and I think it's Please Like Me. And there's this another hidden gem that I'm rereading actually, but I had forgotten about that book and I found it on my Kindle, so I was like, okay, I should give it a try. And that was Alice's Adventure in Wonderland. And you know how we all have like been brought up reading Alice's Adventure in the Wonderland, and that I wanted to reread it again because I had forgotten the story completely. मेरे को कुछ भी नहीं आता उसमें. And when I saw it's a 77 pages book, and I was like, okay, I really need to read it, and it's a very quick read. I remember reading just an excerpt from this book because I'm damn sure we had not read the complete book of 77 pages. So yaad hi nahi tha kuch. So I read that book, and it's a really quick read. You can read it if you are beginning to read, and it's not that you cannot read children's book, because what I feel and what I have seen in myself is that children books पढ़ने के बाद your imagination works, it's on fire. This was yet another book that I picked up and I have loved reading. Under 100 pages, you must read it. So now let's talk about Socrates Defense by Plato. Now this is one of the book जो मुझे सबसे ज़्यादा difficulty से मिली है. मतलब this is one of the book जिसके लिए मैंने शायद 1.5-2 साल सर्च किया है, and then I've got this book. Yeah, I mean I don't know if it's easily accessible or not offline इतना, but online तो बाबा रे. Now I'll tell you इसका जो difficulty level है, it's the most difficult level of English. मैं भी बता देती हूँ कि मुझे खुद को ये book पढ़ने में like I don't know कितने दिन लिए हैं मैंने. To read 4 pages I have taken a day. और ऐसा नहीं है कि मैं बुक छोड़ दे रही हूँ और 2 मिनट में पढ़ ले रही हूँ, नहीं, मैं like लगी पड़ी हूँ literally, and sometime it took me hours to even पलटो a page. I was like searching for what it means and then मैं repeat करके, because मुझे imagine करना होता है मेरी books को, तो इसलिए मुझे time लगता है book पढ़ने में वैसे भी. Just to tell you, it's like what, 55 pages long book. It's a short book, it's a small book, it's a thin book, but the level of difficulty is high. With this, we have come to the end of our video. I hope you really liked this video, and if you did, you know the drill. Like, share and subscribe to my channel. Until we meet, bye.